Tell me your assessment of everything that's going on in your marriage right now.
The big picture headline is that Alyssa, I think from the wedding night, she thinks, I think, from the few days after, has no interest in being married to me. She said that we're not compatible. She's used the phrase robbed, gypped, and it started the night of the wedding.
What about you, Alyssa? When did you first feel disappointed?
You know, when I first saw him, I was like, okay, I don't think that that's like my physical type. I could have walked away then, but I didn't because, you know, I was like, okay, let's see why we were matched and let's see what's, you know, going on. And then I think I started to get a little bit like nervous when I started like hearing his friends tell me things and like things from his family. And I think that was like when I first started to be like, oh my God, like what did I get myself into, kind of.
Did you guys talk in depth about these things?
No, because like too many things kept happening. I just felt like I kept getting like pushed down in the ocean by like a cinder block or something, and I like could not get out.
Swim, you couldn't get out.
I mean, I know that like I came into today wanting to try and work on things and see what we can do. I felt like, and I hoped that we could have gotten to a place, and like I saw glimmers of it. Like when we were paddleboarding, like I said, I felt like we had a good time, and we were playing tennis. I felt like we had this good thing going, and we could chat, and then...
Alyssa, but I gotta, hold on, hon. I gotta help you here, because even on the wedding night, you didn't want to go to the suite.
No. Sharing the bed thing has just like never been something I've been comfortable with, no matter who the person is.
But you do know that you were getting married.
No, I know.
You get married, you go on your honeymoon, and you move in together. You don't go on a honeymoon and then say, okay, fine, I'm gonna stay here 4 weeks. 4 weeks, you stay there 4 weeks because we have to get acclimated. That's not marriage. I mean, from his perspective, you were already showing a pattern of not wanting to be around him.
I just, like, I have been trying to look for things and like try to look for positives, and...
What have you found?
I really haven't.
Well, because he found some early on. His testimony was that, hey, I see why we were matched. Because you said initially what about her?
The word that I used over and over and over again was impressive.
Yeah.
I always thought on paper that we were
well, we did
compatible.
Too. We did too.
I imagine you did. For me, this is my decision day.
So are you saying you want a divorce?
I want a divorce.
Okay. How you feel about that?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I just feel like I worked so hard to get here. And like I never thought this would be the outcome for me.
When you say this, what are we talking about?
I just like, I guess the situation that I'm in right now, like the arguing and the miscommunication and like the disrespect and like feeling alone. If I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be here. I had chances to leave and go home, and I didn't, and I have told you that, and I mean, everybody knows that.
I think there are a lot of reasons to still be here, but I don't think marriage is the one that you're here for.
I have a problem with like it when you speak like that, it seems like you are insinuating that I'm not here for the right reasons. Like I didn't come here to be on TV. I came here for the right reasons and to be married. So when you say that I'm not here for the right reasons, it triggers me because it's not fair and not accurate.
And I understand when there's deep hurt, when there's pain, when there's disappointment, sometimes those things are difficult to get over. The road ends here, okay? I'm so sorry, because this is not what we wanted. It's so not what we wanted.